What's up guys, welcome back to the channel. It's the branded dude. Guys, I have another replay for you guys. We are playing against pure Ryzeal. Playing the same branded deck list I have been playing, but lately I have been thinking of making a change to my deck list, maybe stepping away from grass, and also Blue Eyes is now here, so we may need to make changes to our deck. Maybe a heavier bestial package, and maybe our Lenita should come to play into our main or side as well. But I have been thinking of making a change to the deck list. But in this replay, guys, we are playing the same branded deck list, so let's see how we do. In the rock paper scissors, we won and we chose to go first. Opening hands, you'll see we open Droplet, Serenia, opening Lure, and branded lost. Decent hand. This is a pretty good hand. We have a Lure opening. We can do the whole activate a Lure and then try get Tragedy in hand with chainlink 2 of opening. Opponent opens Talents, Eye, Sword, Forlos, and Desires. So yeah, anyways, here we don't do anything in the main draw phase. So we go to main phase, activating Allure of Darkness, seeing if our opponent has Ash or something to activate here. He doesn't do anything, but then we go chainlink to opening, to which our opponent then responds with Forlos, because opening does say you can special summon a monster, so he was chaining Forlos to that. But because we are activating Allure, we are actually not going to special summon. We're instead going to discard Serenia to add Tragedy. Now here's the thing, guys. My opponent drew a card when I didn't special summon here, and I didn't notice this because I was looking through my deck, and I was not paying attention, or did not hear that my opponent drew a card. So this was an illegal draw and I didn't pick it up, so that's on me as a player. That's on me for not picking up this illegal draw from my opponent. But just know he was not supposed to draw this card because he assumed that I was gonna special summon off opening, so I didn't pick it up, and it is what it is, guys. But it doesn't really matter, and you'll see why soon. Anyways, we discard Serenia at Tragedy and we draw 2 cards. We draw into Thrust and Quem. Thrust, good draw because now it's his life since our opponent activated a monster effect, and we just banish Tragedy. Obviously we're going to go chainlink 1 Tragedy and chainlink 2 Serenia. Serenia here will dump Branded Fusion, and we add Aluba off Tragedy. Now the reason why I dumped Branded Fusion is in the chance that we have Branded Lost in hand, so we may as well just normal summon Quem, send Retribution to get access to Branded Fusion. I could have sent Retribution off Serenia, but I was a little worried because let's say we get stopped off maybe Aluba or Quem, trying to get access to Brand Fusion, if we were to send Retribution to grave as well, and then if we get stopped from even putting Brand Fusion either in our hand or in the grave, Thrust cannot set Fusion duplication. So that's why I decided, let's just dump Brand Fusion to grave now, so that if in the chance that we activate Thrust and it resolves, we can set Fusion duplication and we are in a good position. So that is why I decided to send Brand Fusion to grave. Moving on, we do normal summon Quem, attempting to Foolish Burial card, which resolves, so we send Retribution, and now we have access to Brand Fusion. So we're going to add it to hand, then we're going to place Branded Lost, then activate Fusion, which doesn't get hit with Ash, so we Fusion summon into Albion the Branded. We only go chainlink 1 Branded Lost here, obviously because our opponent is under 4 loss. Opponent drew another card which is Imperm, but obviously this is not supposed to be in his hand because he made an illegal draw, so it was supposed to be part of Prosperity here. Anyways, guys, again, that was my fault for not picking it up. I don't know why I didn't realize it. Most probably I think what happened was I was more focused on thinking of what to end on, judging by my hand, and also what to search, because I was a bit worried that I don't know. I most probably was thinking of something. I was more focused on it that I didn't realize or recognize that the sound effect DB makes when you draw a card. Didn't pick it up, so yeah. Anyways, so off lost we search Cartesia because Albaz is in the grave. So now here we do special summon Cartesia. I don't summon Lubellion first, because if I summon Lubellion and before I put Cartesia on the field, my opponent can just chain Velo, Imperm, target it before it can use its effect. So I mean, sure, even if I summon Lubellion, it's an ignition effect, not a quick effect, so that thing still applies. But I decide, let's just put Cartesia on the field just there before we do anything. Summon Lubellion, and then we go Lubellion effect. Obviously my opponent didn't bother. yeah, anyways, it doesn't matter if you did a legal draw. He had imperm in his hand, so sorry, he could have just impermed Lubellion before he activated its ignition effect. We place branded regain. We then set droplet. We activate thrust, setting fusion duplication, and we pass turn. In the end phase, sorry, we do go Albion, setting branded banishment. So now we have Cartesia, we have branded banishment, we have fusion duplication, droplet, Quem, basically, which can reborn maybe Albaz. And yeah, we are in a decent position. We also have lost and we have regain. So we pass turn and my opponent draws for turn. He draws into Solemn Strike here. Just, yeah, I mean, that's his hand because I didn't realize he made an illegal draw. So now we know that my opponent main decks Solemn Strike. So yeah, I guess that's, Solemn Strike is a pretty good card. Anyways, opponent goes to main phase. We don't activate fusion duplication too early. So in main phase, my opponent targets Cartesia. Now here I was contemplating whether I should activate it. I decided not to activate it because I know Ryzeal deck lists, they do main deck Talon. So I was like, you know what, let's hold off the ability for my opponent to use talents. Let's just hold it off. Let Cartesia be negated because let me just see. It negates this card. Yeah, if Cartesia leaves the field and we can bring it back, we can basically use its effect. Am I right? Yeah, negates its effect. It was, yeah, just that card. Negates only that card. Anyways, yeah, so we don't activate Cartesia. My opponent normal summons Ice Ryzeal effect. He summons X. X will activate. I think he activates here. No, he doesn't use its effect. But on its summon, we do go regain summoning Serenia just to put a body on our field and basically more fusion materials depending on what we fusion into. Obviously, with these two, we can fusion summon into Chaos Star Source Dragon. So that's why that is there. So that's that's accessible for us. Now here we don't do anything on the resolution. So my opponent overlays into Exciton, which is fine. Exciton obviously is a board wipe here, but luckily for us we do have droplet, so we send Cartesia negating Exciton. My opponent then follows up with Desires, banishing 10, and he draws into Bonfire and draw. He activates Bonfire, most probably, yeah, searching for X, which is a Pyro monster. He then summons X, sending Aggregator, so now here he does go Chainlink 1 X, and then 2 will be Aggregator. I think, he targets Branded Lost. But since a monster left extra deck, we did go Chainlink 3 Quem to reborn Cartesia. So now my opponent's talent is live. So he searches node of X. He then goes talents to take. So we don't chain anything. Obviously we don't chain Cartesia or whatever because, on resolution of that fusion summon, my opponent can just take the card. So he decides, take whatever. He takes Cartesia, and Cartesia is a level 4 body for him, but he takes it because he stops us. He doesn't want us to fusion summon, which is totally fine. He then overlays into Dio Drive. Dio Drive will activate to attach, but on that effect we do go Chainlink to Albion, summoning Albion, and then we banish Albion and Lubellion to go into Chaos the Star Source Dragon. On res it will be Chainlink 1 regained to shuffle back Albion and Chainlink 2 Star Source. The reason why I do that is because I want to chain block and we do want to get that draw, and also we don't want to get hit with Olga, but mainly we want that draw. Anyways, we pop both of these Xyz monsters and we shuffle and we draw into Fusion Deployment, which is good. I guess it's good for next turn. Opponent then special summons Sword because he has a Ryzeal on Grave. Sword effect will search Ice. He then summons Ice by sending Prosperity to Grave. And then here, I believe, we go Fusion Duplication, banishing Brand of Fusion. We send Albaz and Chiron into Lubellion. Chainlink 1 Lubellion, Chainlink 2 Chiron. We then fusion into Chiron and Lubellion to go into Predaplant, and we send back Albaz and Starsos to go into Mergate. On res, we do go Mergate to banish, which one? Ice. Opponent then special summons Node from hand, and then on the summon we do go Predaplant, making it level 1. So now he has no bodies to Xyz summon because he is playing pure Ryzeal and they all need level 4. So yeah, that stops him completely and my opponent scoops. So yeah, even though my opponent did make a illegal draw there, he still ended up losing there. So yeah, it was fine. It didn't make a difference there anyway, so we managed to win that. Now in game number 2, we open Allure, Mag, Allure, Super Poly, and Albaz. Opponent opens Solemn, Bell, Veiler, draw, and node. Jeez, 3 hand traps, a solemn, and a node. But unfortunately, he has no plays. So he just sets and pass. And we draw into droplet. We go to main phase, activating a lure. So yeah, we have to draw cards. This resolves, so we draw into a Luba and Albaz, and here we banish the second copy of Albaz, but opponent drops the draw on us. So then I just normal summon Albaz because the Luba won't get a search. So we just enter battle phase, deal 1800, and we set droplet and super poly, and we pass. Opponent draws for turn. He draws into Ash Blossom. Still no plays, but 3 hand traps in his hand, and he passes. We draw into Branded Lost. Good draw for us, so we activate Lost. I then normal summon a Luba, chainlink 1. Opponent goes chainlink 2 Veiler, and we go chainlink 3 Super Poly, dodging the what's its name, effect Veiler. So we discard the lure, going to Quiritus, and the Luba will resolve, getting the search. Now here's the thing, I searched Branded in white because I decided, you know, if my opponent has what's its name, Ash Blossom, we won't be able to resolve Brand Fusion. So I was betting on the fact that Branded in white could resolve. I was not expecting my opponent to play Bell at all. I was not expecting him to play Bell. So yeah, you know, I decided, you know, why add Brand Fusion? It is a good chance that your opponent most probably doesn't have hand trap against Branded in white. So I decided, you know, cool, let's just play that instead. So yeah, we are on resolution because we fusion summon. We'll try to get a search or Brand Lost, but here my opponent then ashes it. So yeah, anyways, we then go Branded in white. Sorry, in the chat there I was just telling my opponent how Branded Lost works. So actually no, we go Magnamut, banishing what's his name, Effect Veiler, but on its summon my opponent does go Solemn Strike. So yeah, that gets destroyed and we don't get that end phase search. We then go Branded in white here, attempting to fusion summon, but then my opponent chains Bow. So that was very unfortunate, because if I was able to put I think I just needed 5,000, 2,500, and then another body with 2,500 attack or more, that was game. So I was trying to do that, but my opponent managed to stop that. So we just attack for 2,500, putting our opponent at 2,200, and we pass turn. So my opponent draws his turn, he draws into Bonfire, that was his saving grace, and finally he gets to play. So he searches X, he then special summons X, sending Aggregator, and here I was contemplating, okay, what do? Do I negate X, because I wasn't sure if this card in hand was something, but I decided to try Droplet, sending Branded Lost, and my opponent had the node. So yeah, he had the way, so he overlays into Dual Drive. Oh, sorry, Detonator, my bad. Detonator here will attach, and he attacks Quiritus, which gets destroyed. We then go Aluba on the destruction to put a body, and we draw for turn. Unfortunately, when we drew for turn, sorry about that, fast forward there guys, we drew into Branded Opening, which was going to do nothing for us, so we pass turn, and my opponent drew into Ice. Normal summons Ice, summoning Sword. So yeah, now my opponent is popping off Sword, will search X. He then overlays into Dual Drive. Dual Drive here will, I think he used the effect to search, so getting Ryzeal Cross and Ryzeal Plugin. He then activates Cross, he then summons X, sending Typhon. X here will get a search, searching Sword. He then activates Plugin to Reborn Sword, and then he attaches a material to Dual Drive. So now Dual Drive does boosts his monster's attack and reduces our monsters by 100. He overlays into Abyss Dweller, yes, the bane of our existence, and then he goes with the field spell, shuffling back Ice and Plugin to draw. He draws into Solemn Strike, good draw. He enters battle phase, he deals 2-6 and 3-1, so that's quite a bit of damage we take there. He then sets Solemn Strike and passes turn, and we draw for turn, we draw Cartesia and I scoop. There's nothing there I can do, so my opponent takes game number 2. So even though he had all those hand traps, it was unfortunate. You know, I wasn't expecting Bell there. That was crazy. I was like, I just need 2 bodies of 2,500 and we are fine. Anyways, we go to game number 3 now. So game number 3 guys, we open Fusion, Duplication, Cartesia, Mercuria, Talent, and Brand Red. This is not a really good hand. Talents here, if my opponent can activate something in the main phase, then hopefully we could draw into something good. Opponent opens Ash, Bonfire, Bell, Ice Ryzeal, and Harpies. Crazy hand there. So yeah, we normal summon Cartesia, activates effect, which results, so we go into Grand Gugno. Grand Gugno here will dump what's its name, Serenia. I was contemplating if I should dump Titan Eclat, but I was worried that because if I go straight to end phase, my opponent can just Ash it. So I was like, you know what, let's just go Serenia, because I know for a fact people will not Ash Serenia. So Serenia sends Brand Fusion, so Fusion Duplication has a target. We set the trap, we set Brand in red, and we attempt to pass. So we pass the opponent, draws into Lightning Storm. So main phase, he activates Harpies, which is absolutely devastating. So devastating. So yeah, we chain Fusion Duplication, but my opponent has the bell to stop this. So we are cooked. We are so cooked. So yeah, nothing to do there. So a back row gets removed. Now my opponent is going to pop off. So here, obviously, I was contemplating, I could have used Grand Gugno effect to summon Quem, but there's obviously a good chance that, actually, no, I should have actually used this, but obviously, if I attempt to use Grand Gugno, my opponent would chain Ash Blossom. But I was also more worried, about talents. I was worried that my opponent had talents in hand. So I decided, let's not use Grand Gugno at all. Let's just leave it there as a body. I don't want to make ourselves vulnerable to a talent. And, if opponent they had Ash, obviously I don't know. But, Grand Gugno would be negated. But the whole point is, I decided, let me not use its effect. Don't want to play into talents, and let's just leave it there as a body. Okay, so yeah, my opponent overlays in Duo Drive, searching cross and plugin. He summons X, sending Aggregator, which Aggregator will trigger as Chainlink 2 to negate Grand Gugno, and X tier will get a search, X searching node. He then activates the field spell, special summon node sending Duo Drive, sending Lightning Storm to summon Ice. Overlays into Detonator here will attach Aggregator. And then my opponent is going to activate Bonfire, searching Sword. I think he special summons Sword. He has to search Ice because Ice is the Pyro monster. Sword is a Thunder monster. Anyways, he then goes plug-in to reborn Sword from grave. And then here he summons... Sword effect to summon Sword. X is being attached to Duo Drive because of plugins effects. My bad, guys. Anyways, he then overlays into, what's his name again, Castle, that Musketeer card. He uses its effect, detaching 2 to bounce Grand Gugno back to the deck. And then my opponent enters battle phase, attacks for quite a lot of damage because it leaves us at 200 life points. 200, guys. I was so worried my opponent would find a way to go into Gaga Magician to burn us for, what its name, 800 life points. But yeah, opponent passes turn, so we join to brand opening. So we have no choice, so we go brand opening, which my opponent chains Ash Blossom. And now Talons is live, so we go Talons hoping to draw good, and we draw into Allure and Thrust. Hallelujah, we drew into Thrust, so I decided, Thrust, boom. We search Grass, guys, so we search Grass. Now here's the thing, Brand Fusion's in the grave, we just need Retribution to hit the graveyard, people. We just need Retribution to hit the graveyard. So I was contemplating whether, I have Thrust. Was there any other better card I could search? No. Literally, there was no better card I could search. Brandon White is dead because we don't have an Albaz in grave. There's literally nothing here I could search. Literally nothing. So Grass was our best option. And honestly, Grass is the best option. Why not just go for it? So we activate Grass. And here we mull, I think, about 17 cards. But yeah, you see that we do mull a Shadow Beast, a Shiren as well. Unfortunately, we do not mull branded Retribution or even Serenia. So this is a quite tough one. So on res, we do go Chainlink 1 Shiren and Chainlink 2 Shadow Beast. So we are going to get a draw, and obviously with the draw we do draw into, Book of Eclipse, and Cross does negate Shiren. The field spell negates Shiren, so that is unfortunate. So I decided to set Book of Eclipse, and I was contemplating whether I should go, before setting Eclipse, go Lure, try to draw, but I was like, I'm on 200 life points. I need Eclipse to hopefully save me a turn. So I decided, let's just set Eclipse. We're not going to activate Allure, because if I activate Allure, opponent can chain Detonator, pop the phase down. So I decided set Eclipse, pass turn. So now opponent draws for turn, he draws into Ice Ryzeal, and now we're just hoping that my opponent enters battle phase before anything, and he doesn't get rid of the Eclipse. Opponent goes the field spell, shuffling back node and plugin. He draws into Bell. Honestly, he drew into a hand trap here. That's crazy. Normal summons Ice effect here will get a special summon, which would be Sword. Sword will get a search, searches X. And then here I was worried that he would overlay into Tornado Dragon, but instead he overlays into Eclipse Twin. Yeah, he summons into Eclipse Twin, and he attempts to enter battle phase, which is fine, which is totally good. Now I activate Eclipse, and here I'm hoping that my opponent did not have Ash Blossom, which he didn't, so we set 4, and unfortunately, you know, it is what it is. He's gonna draw 4 cards and we just need to survive, guys. That's it. So anyways, go to end phase. My opponent draws 4 cards. He draws Ash Blossom, he draws Veiler, Imperm, and Purulia. So he drew into 4 hand traps basically. 4 hand traps. Actually no, it's 3. Purulia is dead. So yeah, that was a very good draw for him. So he passes turn and we draw into, what's his name? D-Barrier, dead card completely. So we go to main phase, activate alert, my opponent changes Ash Blossom, and that is just GG's. GG's, total GG's, guys. So yeah, we scoop here. There's nothing we can do because we have nothing to save us. So yeah, guys, unfortunately there we did end up losing game number 3. Grass unfortunately did not help us more tragedy or retribution, or the ability to mull retribution. So yeah, that was unfortunate. Game number 3 we ended up losing there, and yeah, it is what it is. We lost to pure Ryzeal there, but yeah, anyway guys, that is the replay. Yeah guys, just a note from this video, guys, if you guys do get hit with any of the Purulia, I mean the Mochami monsters, do make sure your opponent draws cards when they should be doing it. Okay, unfortunately there I did not realize it. That was an illegal draw, so do be careful. Do be careful, guys. Make sure your opponent draws cards when they must, and make sure they have the correct number of cards in their hand. Okay, so don't let other players cheat you there, guys. But yeah guys, hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please do like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you guys for your support. It's honestly been amazing. If you guys have any video suggestions or any ideas, you know, guys, please do let me know in the comments below. As I did mention beginning of the video, if I did, I think I did, yeah, I am planning on making a change to a deck list, so maybe I might make a video on that. Probably the deck list, we should like a deck list maybe I'll be playing now that Blue Eyes is here, and any other changes I think we should be making. But yeah guys, that is the video. Hope you enjoyed it. Cheers, see you in the next one.